Battle of Montgisard, 1177, the year is 1177, in the blazing deserts of the Holy Land. The young King Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, barely 20 years old and stricken with leprosy, faces the greatest challenge of his reign. Marching toward him is the unstoppable Muslim leader Salahuddin Ayyubi, or Saladin, commanding tens of thousands of seasoned warriors, outnumbered, sick, and desperate. Baldwin must defend his kingdom or see it destroyed forever. This is the Battle of Montgisard. Saladin believed this would be an easy victory. Most of the Crusader army had gone north to support allies, leaving Jerusalem exposed. So, in November 1177, Saladin's army swept up from Egypt, a massive force of cavalry and infantry, burning towns as they advanced toward the holy city itself. He was confident that Baldwin would flee, but the young king had other plans. Gathering every knight he could, just a few hundred, Baldwin called upon the legendary Knights Templar to join him. Together, they rode out to intercept Saladin near Ramla, in the plains of Montgisard. Saladin's army was relaxed, scattered, and burdened with loot. They had no idea the Crusaders were near. Then, out of the dust and sun, Baldwin's small force appeared, charging directly at the heart of Saladin's camp. The Templars led the assault, shouting their battle cry, Deus vult, God wills it. The sudden shock threw the much larger Muslim army into confusion. Saladin's men, caught off guard, began to panic. Even the great commander himself barely escaped his guards, shielding him as he fled. Wheat in oars, the mighty army that had threatened Jerusalem was shattered and running for its life. The victory was unbelievable. Against impossible odds, Baldwin IV, the leper king, had destroyed Saladin Ayyubi's force. The battlefield was strewn with abandoned tents, weapons, and thousands of fallen soldiers. Chroniclers say the young king dismounted, knelt in the sand, and gave thanks to God beside the relic of the true cross he carried into battle. For the Crusaders, Montgisard became a symbol of divine favor, proof that faith and courage could overcome overwhelming numbers. But for Saladin, it was a harsh lesson. He retreated to Egypt, swearing never again to underestimate the Christians. A decade later, Ewald returned stronger, wiser, to claim his revenge at Hattin and Jerusalem. The Battle of Montgisard stands as one of the most stunning upsets in medieval history. A moment when a sickly king and a handful of knights defeated an empire. It was victory snatched from the jaws of annihilation, and a brief, shining triumph before the tides of history turned. This was Montgisard, 1177, the Leper King's greatest day.